Coach Catfish here. Talk to you today. It's a rainy day. Praise Yah for the water we getting on it. Oh, I understand that virus protection. Why do you wait till I start talking to do that to me? Anyway, it must be the AI. You know how that sucker is. Anyway, Coach Catfish coming here today to talk to you about something. Oh, I'll be looking at that thing. I'm probably too close. I don't have all this here geometry quite right, so I'm not in the center. I need to be in the center of the thing, covering one eye, so I do get the one eye thing. No. Coach Catfish protecting his brain from CRT. But today, I got to talk to you in the alternate personality. This is Rob, the Jonah Project. I'm covered by the blood of the Lamb. I don't need tinfoil. Well, not in the larger sense. Maybe in the sense of keeping the CRT out of my head. It just sounds like somebody that was different would do. If it would work that way, it'd be great. We're dealing with something a whole lot bigger, a whole lot larger than any of those things. So today, I want to come here and speak to you and be a worse, less considered individual because of the things I say. Well, what I understand is I've gotten older. People are going to like you. They're not going to like you. If you're doing what is right, and if you're doing what is the program of walking the way, the direct, the way, the walk, then if you look back historically at figures in the Word, not too many people liked you if you spoke about things. And I'm here to speak about something that I know will draw ire amongst other nasty things, and that is the concept of pursuant. Now, something's been brought to my attention about just the whole idea of pursuant. Now, the stories I tell as Coach Catfish, those are real stories. I hadn't even got to the really gritty ones. When I was pursuing, I was after one of two things. If I was pursuing some animal flesh, I'd be out there in a situation where I may not feel my feet or my hands. I got frostbite from hunting. And when we set up our deer runs and stuff, it took months of hard work in the heat and amongst snakes, ticks, everything else you had. I was pursuing something. I was pursuant. When a sheriff or an officer is in hot pursuit, they're looking to stop something, to conquer. When I was pursuant, I was looking to conquer the animal flesh, at whatever cost. And, praise Yahweh, I didn't die in any of the circumstances, but there were some close calls because I was pursuant. I was pursuing. I was looking to conquer. That was the whole point. Conquer, kill, take it out, put it where you say it needs to be. Whether that's in your freezer, in your mouth, or in some jail cell. That's pursuant. Now, I looked this up in a dictionary. It's supposed to be a good dictionary. And what it said about pursuant was, would you please stop it, little cat? I'm trying to be serious here, baby. Read, consider, think about it. Pursuant. Read, consider, think about it. Give it some consideration. Well, when I was out looking to get some ducks, or looking to get some deer, or back in the day when I ate other stuff, the mud bug and the squirrel and all the fishing we did, we were pursuant. We weren't going to consider getting fish. We weren't considering getting deer. We were doing whatever's necessary at cost of life or limb to kill that sucker and eat it. Now, to me, that is not just reading and considering. That's pursuant. That is to conquer. So why do I bring this up? Because words mean things. With my background in mathematics and the concept of engineering and perfection and how precision works, there are precise laws to how words are used. I've done many videos about this, where I'm trying to explain how words really do mean things. Information is important. Praise Yah for Brad Scott, that he helped me understand something that I knew, but he reiterated it in a way that I took it more serious than ever. Words mean things. So when I was handed a document that talked about being Torah pursuant, it sort of flew all over me. I considered it at first, and then I looked at it, and I read it, and I read it very closely. And one of the things that the human language is able to do is we're able to parse and make very fine definitions to the uninitiated. The uninitiated will read something or they're asked a question. They spill their guts. They tell you everything. But if you watch our senators and our congressional people, if you actually watch people legally worm through these things, it's a use of information and a use of the language. Pursuant. My understanding of pursuant was to conquer. The document I was given had to do with being Torah pursuant. Okay, what does that mean? I read it, I consider it. Is that what the man on the cross did? Did he just read it and consider it? No, I think he gave it all. In fact, I know he gave it all. That's what I understand. The reason that I even have the opportunity to sit here and speak. There's a difference in pursuing and doing. Actually grabbing hold and not letting go. That, as far as what I understand, we're asked to do with the Word. That requires letting go of certain things. I've been in the faith a long time. It's something that it's been cultured, it's been ups, it's been down, been through the entire gamut of what it is to find it, to lose it, to have it back and to mature, and to really understand what the larger message is. The whole concept of pursuant sounds good. Pursue. It gives you a wide range of what you can do if you just pursue. But as a hunter, and as a person that has walked in this a long time, there's a very large difference in conquering and humbling. What I've seen happen over the last 20 years or so has been amazing. It's been dramatic. But the thing is, I came from a time when it wasn't near as amazing, as dramatic as what we thought, but it was a spirit of change. It was something that made such a difference that once it happened, there was no turning back. There was no going back. You knew, even though you may slide, because humanity, the human heart's wicked. We work at it. Like my cousin said, Grandma said you were a good boy. Well, the thing is, good, what does that even mean? I'm trying to understand how to be a righteous man. Not a good boy. Because that could be just anything that goes along with the status quo of whatever society you're a good boy. You molest, kill, murder, and whatever. You're a good little dog leg thing that spins around. That's pursuant. But when you really grasp something, you have to humble yourself. What I keep seeing is knowledge increasing. And not only in the secular world, because I'm from that area, that academic perspective of information and knowledge, and the engineering and how that works, even within humans, and how you mix that and get the product you're looking for. But truly in the big picture, what are we doing? We're gathering knowledge. We're hopping around with Hebrew dance. We're showing up and feeling much better about ourselves that we know something. We got the gnosis of the Moses. If you got the gnosis of the Moses, you possess the Moses, and people think that you've got the gnosis. And what do? We forget what the walk is. I guess this is whining, according to some people, but when you actually have to live, sometimes the only thing you have left is to speak about it. When you've lived something, and it's something that you didn't ask for, like getting beat up on the side of the road and thrown in a ditch, and the priest come by. And we have this whole movement of, yes, we are kings and priests, so why would we help someone in a ditch? I'm in a ditch. The help I've received have been from the old ones that walk the older way. Not so much gnosis, more spirit. That's my experience. And I've been around this for a pretty good while. And praise Yahweh, needs get met. But I have other brethren that are truly in deep ditches. Others know about it. But when you're a king and a priest, and your life, you have a foot and a half in this world, and in one hand, you're trying to claw and turn the page so you can read. And do I need to quit? Do I really need to do this on the Shabbat? Yeah, I'm pursuant. Well, the person in the ditch is going to die. My concern is, and this is the reason I'm making this, it's not about my circumstance or my friend that really is just dying from neglect. And people know his needs. They know his circumstance. Don't give me no shit about it. What I'm seeing is, when Yeshua does come back, will he really find love? Will he really find mercy? My concern is, he's going to find a lot of gnosis. The gnosis of the Moses. And I just don't think that that's what the walk is. I don't like to speak about myself. But I've given and given when I didn't have. I've done and done when I didn't have, and now I can't do anymore. I'm at that point. But I sit back and see those that have great amounts of blessing that just go about their day, don't think about anybody else or anything else. But they're pursuant. They're reading. They're learning. The Hebrew is good. You should know the Hebrew. You should have your calendar worked out. Got the best one I know. Spent years on that stuff. It is a walk. But when we pursue, we can pursue a lot of stuff. In college, I pursued various and sundry things. I pursued the dent on occasion. Though I didn't pursue it as much as I should have or could have, because I'd already been introduced to the Torah aspect of life and not whoring. Like I said, there's been times when the hormones got out of hand, so I pursue. I understand what it is, pursue and conquer. Pursuing and conquer, it's an inside job that you're doing. It's not the humbling yourself. It's not the humbling required for the Torah. Because you don't pursue the Torah. You do it. And that requires humbling yourself and doing things that are sometimes just as uncomfortable as this. But I'm an old man. I've had plenty of people turn their back on me. Really don't care anymore. Because my faith and understanding is in Yahweh. And His Son, Yeshua, Yahusha, Jesus, however you want to say it. But that requires me humbling myself. So I'm humbling myself and trying to bring a message. Well, Yeshua actually find love, care, and concern amongst the so-called brethren. Or will he find a bunch of heathens dancing around a golden calf? Coach Catfish out of here. When I talk to the people snack, I use that voice. When I talk to snacking people, I'm hoping to use a voice of humbling and walking that path. Praise Yahweh. Praise the fact that His Son nailed that thing against us, that thing that we deserved, that Sefer Keratuta, that bill of divorcement. He nailed it because He had the option of doing that. We don't. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I don't care anymore what people think about me. Because all I'm looking for is one set of little words. Well done, my servant that cares. Sort of paraphrasing, but you know the word. You know what I was looking for. Anyway, praise the Yah. Rob, the Jonah Project. Coach Catfish in the background. And Captain Luddite watching the whole thing.